Greetings. For those who don't know me, my name is Chris, Christopher Allen, most newly going by Christopher Lamar. I am here before you today doing something a little new. Never did this before, being in front of the camera. I'm typically behind the scenes type of guy. But I figured I'd switch things up a bit. Before I get far into the video, let me say this. I tend to ramble a lot, and I'm going to try to condense this video as much as possible. So if you see a lot of edits and cuts, it's probably because I started rambling and shit, just to get that out the way. But anywho, like I said, doing something different. I want to start documenting my journey, just in life in general, filmmaking, all that. I've seen a lot of documentaries over the past year or so. Maybe over the past year, like people that had a lot of footage of just their life, random shit in life that they showed, and they were able to tell a story with it. And I want to be able to do that down the line. I think that'd be dope. So yeah, I'm here. It feels weird being in front of the camera, but it's kind of like talking in front of the mirror. I do this shit every day, but I don't even take a lot of pictures of myself. Like you can look at my social media, it's not a lot of pictures of me there. If I did take one, I probably just felt myself overly that much that day. So, but yeah, in regards to documenting, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with the video. I guess I can, like, over this past year or so, I'm not gonna say the name of, everybody know what we've been dealing with over the past year globally. So one of the main things that I've been dealing with is getting my health together. I'm trying to avoid that word because I think like YouTube like targets that word and kind of puts it in different places, and I don't want them to do that. But there was a time like starting doing the work from home thing. When we started that, I developed a bad habit. I was drinking like damn near every day. Maybe not being intoxicated every day, but I was drinking every day. Damn near. I ain't gonna say every day, that's kind of crazy, but damn near every day. You know, with drinking comes the late night Waffle House trips, cookout, eating potatoes, rice, a lot of breads just to try to soak up the liquor, as they say. But there was one morning I woke up and I weighed myself. I was 260 pounds. I am 5'11", six feet on a good day. Is it 6 feet or 6 foot? 6 feet, 6 foot. I don't know, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anywho, 260 pounds as a six foot on a good day. When my shoulders is tall and I'm standing upright, I'm 6 feet tall. I think it's 6 feet tall. But anywho, to the point. Compare a contrast with somebody like commonly known LeBron James. He is 6'8", 6'9". He is 250 pounds. I weigh 10 more pounds than him, and he has in some of the best shape and conditioning. He's been playing damn near 17 years or so. So I should not weigh more than that man. Being way shorter than that man. I don't know how much bones weigh. They can't weigh that much. I know it do weigh a lot. Titties, and I had them, and I didn't realize it at first. Maybe I don't know if I was in denial or whatever, but I figured at that point I needed to change the way things were going. I didn't start right away though. I'm gonna say that, but I did tell myself I would never get over 260 pounds, and like I didn't. And it was crazy. The scale said 260 pounds dot zero, so it went like point .1. So I said I'd never get over 260, and I weighed myself multiple times to get that good average in. But like I said, at first I didn't even get right into it with the losing weight thing. I probably said maybe I won't eat out as much. I start cooking more. That didn't really work. I'm gonna tell you what worked. I was walking my dog one day. And I put him on IG because we was walking and he was barking at a turtle, and that shit was just funny to me. Thought I documented. When I posted it, somebody sent me a message like, "Yo, he getting big, he getting wide," and I was like, "Damn, nigga just fat shame my dog." So, hey, fat shame me, don't fat shame my dog though. Like, damn, bro. But at that point, just stuff just started going through my head like shit needed to change within this whole household. So I think I said I'm gonna like do whatever for the rest of that week. But that next week when it came around on Monday, we started walking 2 miles every day. And that it's crazy. I started doing it for him because I don't want him to be wide and shit. I seen like pictures of fat dogs and shit. That should be looking crazy for real. But nothing against those people that have the fat dogs, but I don't want Boogie to get there. But as I continue, so yeah, we do 2 miles every day, and this is a daily thing now. Only day we don't do it if it's raining because he don't like going out in the rain. He like a fancy nigga low key, but yeah. And over that time, it's like you start to see a difference. Start to have more energy, and with that having a lot of energy, you want to do more, be more active and shit. So along with the daily 2 miles, I started working out like on my lunch breaks and shit. At least 30 minutes of cardio, but sometimes more. And within that time, it's like the eating hadn't changed when I first started, but when you start doing all those type of workouts and shit, your body getting used to that. Those foods don't taste the same. It's like you don't enjoy it as much because it's like you start feeling so heavy, and it's just like, so this is what it was. So at that point, that's when I changed my whole diet. I did that little 30-day, no carbs, no, did that little fast, and that worked. That worked a whole lot. And I've kept it up, keeping it up now. I'm happy to say I'm 230 pounds. I'm like, I think it's like 233. I ain't gonna like lie, nothing like that. But yeah, 233. I have more work to do. So yeah, yeah, man. When you know better, you do better. So yeah, and along with that, let's transition to something else. Having all that energy, like before, I would eat. Now I'm doing the intermittent fasting, so I'll only eat like one big meal a day, type shit, basically. But yeah, having all that energy, you just want to do more shit. Before, I would just eat and just sit down and just watch TV, flipping through channels and shit. Might even play the game or some shit like that. But after you do that, it's like, yeah, I don't want to just keep doing this shit. I want to, your body just up, still be active. So I started doing more, just in general, in life in general. Started reading more. At that point, it became the hunger for more. It's like, damn, like working out is one of the best things to kind of train yourself as far as getting, what's the word I want to say? Start getting disciplined and shit. So it was like, damn, if I can do this, I can keep this shit going. Anything, and I'm gonna go back to the weight loss thing. Clothes started to fit different too. Like we was in the little being inside. When stuff started to open up a little bit, I go out, put the clothes on that I ain't wore in a while. Shit feel different. Then you know the telltale when people be like, I see you. Yeah. Like I said, I started reading more, and it just came to hunger for more knowledge, hunger for more everything, financially, personal life. Like even doing the home buying process, starting that, you start to see how much of how undisciplined I was, how much I neglected a lot of things before, and it's like, damn. Not to say I never thought that those things would come back up, because I was aware, like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to deal with this one day, but right now I'm not because I'm so focused on the passion thing. But you start to realize, like, damn, I neglected a whole lot of things that I should have taken care of at the time, and then it may not have been this bad later on. But hey, life is a lesson, you know. That's one of the biggest L's in life is the lesson of it. So, along with that, I'm gonna say the whole I put things off to focus on my passion, the filmmaking thing. Like buying equipment, I spend my money using equipment versus like things I should have taken care of before. So, I guess I adapted to the not adapted, but I subscribed to that starving artist thing. Like, yeah, I'm grinding. So I'm gonna focus all my efforts on this, and once I make it or whatever, then I'll take care of that stuff. Man, that shit dumb as hell. Excuse me, and I'm speaking for myself. That couldn't work for me anymore. Like, yeah, it was a whole lot of bullshit. But look, it's cool though. I don't regret anything because, like, say something happened way back, way back when, and I got an opportunity to do something, and I still didn't have that mindset. This shit would have got fucked up again. So, and I never would have learned that. It could have been it could have been a worse situation, and I would have been taking longer to get back to where I was if I didn't know. But now I know. So now it's just shit, a piece of cake now. Should be a piece of cake. And before I ramble, moral of the story. Oh, well, I got a podcast supposed to start again. I said again, moral of the story podcast, but anywho. But moral of that story is, yeah, man, that whole starving artist shit, it worked for some people. Don't get me wrong. Some people, they made it work for them. But for me, and maybe I can inspire somebody that may thought that's the way and it worked for them. Man, you don't gotta do that shit, man. You can do your 9 to 5, do that shit, work that shit to what you need to do, and you can still focus on your passion as well. You don't have to. One doesn't have to overweigh the other. It's 24 hours in a day, man. You gotta get 8 hours of sleep too. So do the math. So just put in that time for both. Don't let one. Don't let the definitely the personal side. Don't let that go below. Cause that shit you're gonna have to deal with eventually. And then I was grateful that it never really was that bad for me. Cause now I'm at a point to where, okay, I know what I need to take care of and I'm taking care of it. And that's not always the case for everybody. So I'm grateful for that for sure. But I'm just glad I learned that lesson. What else, man? Just to continue the story on over this past year or so. Another thing was I was wanting to get back into filmmaking, starting to begin a new project, but and there was a time I was actually like trying to get getting the cast together to get things going, but it just something wasn't right mentally, and I had to just take a step back. And the main thing what I kind of attributed to is what they may call imposter syndrome. And I'll put like maybe a graphic that shows like the Google's definition of that shit. But excuse my curse words. I curse a lot. Apologize to my mom for that. Nobody else. Shit. I just like curse words. I don't know what it is about it. It's like somebody can like yell in my ear and be like, let's go, some shit like that. I'll get motivated, don't get me wrong. But somebody can also just whisper in my ear, let's fucking go. And that should have motivated me more than somebody yelling in my ear. Probably because I'm getting older, I don't like loud noises. But yeah, imposter syndrome. Basically, in my words, it's kind of like feeling like a fraud. Like I did all this work, but you feel like a fraud. Like you not meant for what you the work that you've done, all the research, all the time and effort that you put in. It's like damn, I still feel like I'm fraudulent though. Like I'm not supposed to be here right now. Like, and I was dealing with that, but I guess just like doing the reading thing, just continuing to grow, mature. And it's not I don't think it's an immaturity thing of imposter syndrome. Like even by somebody like Maya Angelou went through that too. It's a quote that I put on the thing that she had because she kind of dealt with the same thing. I don't know how long it was, but people, and it's not just an artistic thing either. Like a doctor or a lawyer can even feel the same thing. Like they have a lot of accomplishments, but they still may feel like they're fraudulent. Like they don't deserve to be in the position that they're in, even though they worked for it. So I went back and looked at my old stuff, and I was like, man, this is good, man. Why do I feel like this? Like getting hyped as I'm looking at this shit. Like I know exactly what's about to happen because I wrote the words and all that shit. I edited, spent numerous hours editing all my shit. Like so, I know what's coming next. But it's just like I just got excited. Started to get excited and like I've deserved to be here. I deserve to be here, and I even just like looking at other films and stuff, other productions, you start to see it's like a untrained eye type of thing. And I haven't had any. I never went to like film school or anything, so this is all like self YouTube and Google University, and kind of just certain shit just clicks, man. So like I be watching like a movie or something, and I notice one little thing that somebody else like. I'd be like, "You see that?" And I feel like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And it's just some things just click, and I just see it like, "Oh no, that wasn't supposed to be," or some shit like that. And shit like that just show me like I ain't no imposter, I ain't no fraud. I do this shit for real, and I'm talented, gifted, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in the place that I am. That not the place that well, the place that I am, but like I don't need to feel like a fraud. Like I've worked for the film shit. I all the research. I put all that time in, and of course I'm always growing with it. Not to say I'm excuse me, not to say I'm the savant of filmmaking and shit. I'm not saying that, but I can never feel like a fraud. Like so, I'm grateful that I'm grateful for all the lessons that I've learned over these times. And I'm one thing I'm kind of say, and to kind of leave it here. It's like although I'm very grateful, God blesses me to the extreme. I'm very grateful, but I don't I don't like to live grateful, if that makes sense. And I could be saying it wrong, and some people may not agree, but I'm only speaking from my own story, my own journey. But perfect example is last year, as when the whole work from home thing started, I was working a gig, and there was a time when a lot of people were starting to lose their jobs because of what because of the thing. So it's like you said, feeling like, and I wasn't happy there. I really wasn't, even before the work from home thing came. But I'm sitting there thinking like I'm grateful to have a job because some people like struggling now, like, but I'm still able to work and pay this rent. Rent is stupid, man. Get you a house. Rent is stupid, but now I'm still able to pay rent. So I can't be ungrateful, but like I was grateful, but I didn't want to continuously feel like I didn't deserve or want more for that. And after a while, they was about to fire me too. I ain't gonna lie, they was about to fire me because I wasn't motivated to be there, to be honest. But luckily, how things played out, I'm very fortunate, grateful that it happened. But I started looking for other things, get back into other things that I was in for, like as far as like real estate and shit like that. But I, like I said, I was grateful to still have a job, but I knew I wanted more, and I wasn't. I knew they was about to fire me too, so I knew I had to get the ball rolling as far as getting back to that shit. But like living gratefully, you might not even think that you should push. Like, okay, I'm grateful, so I should be happy with this and content and not want more. I wanted more, and I feel like if you deserve what you're willing to go out and get. I went and did the work and put in. I did what I needed to do to be able to obtain. I was able to get a job to where I didn't have any experience whatsoever within that field, and yeah, just because I was willing to put in the work, I did the research what I needed to do to get it, and shit, I got it. And I tell my business, but I was pulling in a job now. Not with this new job, I'm making double, literally over double than what I was getting paid there. So it's like I could have sat there, I could have let them fire me, or I could have worked to do better so them for not to fire me, but I still be there and not feeling happy and shit. Still grateful, but not living grateful to the point I don't feel like I should go and get more. Like I said, that worked for me. And that just goes. I was just able to apply that same message of being grateful but not living grateful, because that goes with everything. Like film wise, like I'm grateful that I was able to do the films that I did, but living grateful to the point to where it's like I don't need to do more. I don't need to grow more. I can still keep it at the same consistent level that it was before. Oh nah, this next year gonna be elevated. So, it's all about living, growing. I think I talked long enough. Damn. But I think I'm gonna leave it here. What do I have next coming? I don't know, man. You gotta stay tuned. May come soon, may come later, but just know it's coming. You know. I think that's all I got to say, man. Until next time, peace, positivity, and blessings. Foes.